really matters if you're not mine right here, right now. And even if the world ends, then I'll be fine. No fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Yeah, I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Heavy like a feather, you mend my heart right here, right now. I didn't even notice your medicine. No fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. You. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Yeah, I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closing in on heaven, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright.
Welcome back to another edition of the warm-up show with the hockey coach guru, Coach Francis, directly from Florida. And we have to go all the way somewhere in the north, maybe in Toronto area. Of course, Mr. ENORTAP. Welcome aboard, Mr. ENORTAP.
Bonjour, coach. Ça va?
Très, très bien. We learn French now
Oui.
Mr. ENORTAP. And next tomorrow, we have to come back in Finland. So you have to speak French
Moi,
tomorrow.
moi.
Moro and Moy, and that'll be the best way to do that. So welcome aboard December 30, 2021, Thursday. We have, 7 games on the program tonight, and a couple of news around the league, NHL. Hopefully no COVID situation, protocol can postpone any game. Hopefully that'll be a great way to do that. We have to mention to everybody here, tomorrow is the January. It's the last day of 2021, December 31st. And we're going to move up the show from 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So only one show tomorrow, because tomorrow is a special day. It's, you have a game during afternoon. So we want to give you the chance to give us your prediction of tomorrow and during the weekend, talking about what's going on around the league and NHL. So we're going to go through this tomorrow. One show tomorrow morning, 12 o'clock. The warm-up show with ENORTAP will be with us tomorrow morning. So I can't wait to see each one of you join us, and not a problem for that one over there. And we have a few people already in the chat, of course. But the monkey in the house, already in the house, I think he joined us. He said Spencer Knight is going to be between the pipes. And no chant on the lineup about that. So congratulations for the people in our tap. Have a great night of prediction. We did not do well overall. Some did better, but not like excellent or 6-0, 5-1. Most of them are 4-2 yesterday, and some of them 4-2, and some of them also 3-3. But we have a couple of people have the right score. So I'm talking about the Ron Kings 20. We talk about Kelly. Danny did it. Steve G and Yamo, all of them have a right score with 1. And then finally, of course, we have a few people at 4 and 2. It's at the bottom of the screen, so you can watching and looking who did it well. Me and our top, we did pretty all right. We did 500. That's one we feel 500 more. Yeah. That's all right. That's a good night. So 500 for both of us yesterday. We have stuff. The Orleans, and hopefully they are doing well about the COVID-19 now. They got it. So hopefully doing well. Mr. Danny T in the house.
Welcome, Danny. Hope you're doing better.
We have from New York, Jose Duarte in the house.
Hello, Jose.
And his team is coming back tonight, play tonight at home. And I think, is it the Flyers? But we have Mr. Ron with Kings 20 in the house tonight.
Welcome, Ron.
What about Mr. Zeph Lecave in the house tonight?
Welcome, Zeph.
We have, of course, the Boston Bruins fans, number 1 in the chat. And when talking about Mr. Russ Staub Pinton in the house.
Welcome, Russ.
Not from Kenville, but from Brock Vargas. Brock Vargas, Mr. Dixon Automotive Group in the house.
Welcome, Dixon.
Yes, we got your video. You're looking good. Keep consistent to working on your skating. Next time, send us the one for backwards so we can see what you look like from backwards. About that one there. And we have the cookies jar. The man of the cookies in the chat, Mr. Joseph Lanham in the house.
Welcome, Joseph. You have
from Lille Perrault. From Lille Perrault, back a little bit, feel better with what we heard. And I'm glad to hear that. Mr. Richard Mullen in the house.
Welcome, Richard.
Yeah, it's not the Flyers. It's the Vancouver play tonight at the LA, and the Flyers play somewhere else, San Jose. So I think there's just one about that one over there. So I think we did everything, everybody, and the rest is coming back. Bud said yes, here we go. That's what I was looking for. Bud said Spencer Knight is a starter tonight between the pipes for the Florida Panthers. Really a big game at some point. Whatever they have, the Taxi squad on the lineup on the Tampa Bay and the Florida. Very important game for me for the Panthers because I believe in our tap. You build your momentum for the playoff, right? You always remember what happening with that. Whatever they are, I think it's a good step. It would be really hard for the Panthers losing again without Sergachev, Vasilevsky. So it's very important for the Panthers. And then I will prepare them again. They won yesterday. They beat Tampa. And then they should be beat Montreal 3W after that will start the 2022 on the right foot for them and continue what they are doing right now since the beginning of the season. So it will be interesting to see that for sure for the Panthers tonight. 6 other games around the league. Montreal, of course, and Carolina, another exhibition game to watch. And then we have, of course, a couple of games in the West tonight. We have a game in Los Angeles, San Jose, That's two over there. That'll be interesting to watch those two games. And then Seattle is around. And then finally, Buffalo back on the ice again, the New York Islanders. Will be interesting to see the Islanders back on. That'll be their first game in OTAP. Send the holidays, honestly, or send Christmas off days. And so it'll be an interesting couple of games. And sometimes you rust, right? So you have a team play yesterday, play again tonight, and then now you have a team. Then I think the game very important is the Nashville Predators. They out without the captain over there. And they play yesterday, so now it will be Reddish, I believe, between pipes. They play a team now, Columbus Blue Jacket. They welcome back the number 29 finally, after he missing, 7 weeks, I believe, Patrick Laney back in the lineup for them, or maybe give them a boost for that game tonight. So a lot of action around the league. It's fun to see now, with COVID-19 was all over the map, over the cancellation, postponed. Hopefully we can go through this tonight and see what's happening for the NHL. Unfortunately, the World Junior Championship is over. So I have to move on for what we have. 11 at that moment. So we have new comments for I heard here. Alexi the Scout is in the house. Welcome, Alexi.
Welcome, Alex.
And then we have Mr. 951 in the house. I took AB +3 tonight.
Not enough.
That's pretty good call, 951 over there. You should
Not
go
enough.
also over about that game over there. And I believe for Tampa Bay, Florida, and I go with over that game also. I think that game will be like a little bit high scoring about that. Coach, was there no board cross in the NHL? Yeah, at that moment, it's more like if you talk about the borders, that's what he's thinking of maybe. And no team from USA tried to go in Canada at that moment. And now Canada can come here, but the USA team cannot go. They can. It's just I know people in the fans and the crowd and the stand, and they don't want to lose money, so that's why they cancel those stuff like that. And then he said, "Happy birthday, Alexi." Hey, Jose said Joseph, and we have. Finally, he finished his run of the Santa Claus. That's the reason we don't hear from him since Christmas in our tap. That's why he was not there for the last couple of days. He took time to recover and take a rest. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy when you go around the world in 24 hours and to deliver all the gift you have to give. It's just an amazing, great, day for him. So he's back in the house, Mr. Michael Robinstein in the house.
Did you have enough milk and cookies, Michael?
He's back. Here we go, Jose. Where we have also Yamo Vertanen in the house. Salut, Yamo Vertanen.
Welcome, Yarmo.
So Carolina is better than Tampa? Yes, at that moment, at least for tonight. Here we go.
Wait, hey, Coach, you didn't
Michael
say that
did not meet the Kardashian sister. You should stop a little bit longer over there. You should do some more searching on your trip about that one over there. I think it would be the best way to do that. We hit the 14, so we have to stop to talk.
Still
It's like I
Thomas
have a
Claus.
clock and I have to stop when it's the time. Mr. ENORTAP, your introduction of what did you pay the most attention, or what the last 24 hours, and anything around the NHL or other things?
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, Coach, in that it's very difficult to gain any kind of momentum in the NHL when you've experienced the kind of layoffs that these teams and players have. It takes a while. I think we're seeing it in the last two nights. There's been approximately I want to say 10 games, and out of those 10, I believe 7 have gone over, which is not really surprising, right? Like I said yesterday, it's not that the players lose their skills; those are always intact. But what they are not paying as much close attention to is their defensive responsibilities, their schemata in terms of where they should be at certain times. The timing in general is off, and you notice that the shifts are also much quicker. Right, that's the fatigue element. I know that Sutter was saying that today in his press conference that Calgary really hasn't played for a long time, and he's been trying to really push them in practice just to get that level back up to where it should be. But you know what, practice is not game time, and it'll help. But we'll see. We'll see how they rebound. You know, like yesterday, we even saw some of the games. Washington again had a 3-0 lead and pretty much almost blew it. Nashville came back and then gave up that late goal in the empty netter. We saw even the game with Buffalo and New Jersey. There were two different extremes depending on how the teams were feeling at that point, and it's sloppy play right now, and that's to be expected. When you're out that long.
Of course, you have also the fact like you have taxi squad. So that's another reason why it's sloppy, bad execution, everything like that, right? You can see, you talk about rusty team. I think you can see Barkov yesterday did not play the best game of his life, right? He not say he did bad, but he was not a Barkov we know. And then I expect him to get 3 points tonight. But I think, yesterday he was off.
I know who you picked then. Well, Doughty was the same thing, right? Very rusty yesterday.
Yeah, so you can see that. So maybe it'll take about 20 minutes for the Calgary. And then if you coach Calgary tonight, if you can get out of the period, tie the game, or, only by one goal, example, you'll be happy about that after 20 minutes because you know your team will be get better after that. The good thing for them, they play again a team play already back-to-back games, so it'll be a little bit difference about this for sure. About that. Baka was the deal. Yes, Yamo. Michael, Daniel will show you confidence on the abs so more. But Lundell is like a mini, mini Markov or some way. Lundell, I was impressed by his play on the PK. It's really impressive for what he brings on the table about that one over there. And right now we have 5:18 in our tap, and we can. I select, and for everybody else, guy, I select a game. It's not a game. It's it's something. No, but it's 10 different question, guys. Alexis Fairbrother has the COVID, and Louis Belpedio also have also the COVID-19 about that. So the Laval is going to recall a couple of players from Toronto, from 12-year for the Cape. So anyway, so I have 10 different questions, guys, and you can put the answer in the chat. And then I'm going to send the clock, and the clock is about 1 minute each. And you can think about this. So we're going to wait for your answer also. But don't take too much time. You don't have to participate. You can listen. That's pretty much it. And after that, we're going to jump right away for the prediction of the game. So about 10 minutes, I'll be done after this exercise. But what's happening, it's front subject, all about front players or management, everything like that. If you want to build a team, so always you answer, it's about if you want to build a franchise hockey. So it's not like if I compare 3 players, maybe you want to take your favorite players, not up to you. But let's start in with the first one. We just draft 3 players a couple years ago in our tap, and you have a choice between to get you on your team. Jack Hughes for the New Jersey Devils, Alexis Lafrenière, or Dawson Mercer. So for everybody, if you want to start your team, which player do you prefer? Jack Hughes, Alexis Lafrenière, or Dawson Mercer? And we're going to wait a little bit in our tap. You can think about this. That's not a problem. Alexis said Dawson Mercer. Thank you, Alexis, to join us. Jose said Jack Hughes. Thank you, Jose. And we have Jack Hughes, Joseph. He go with the Devils, of course. Good evening, Adam Berger. I had to place my bet on Michigan and Alabama to win 360. Good luck. Michael Robinson, he said use. 951 said Mercer. Round 20 said use. Mr. ENORTAP, you on the clock.
Yeah, I had it narrowed down between Mercer and Hughes. I'm going to go with Hughes, though. I think
Jack
that
Hughes.
his upside is very, very good.
Jack Hughes is the first one about that. Awesome. Let's go with the goaltender. So you need a goaltender. We're going to have a
Yes, you
backup
do.
too. So you don't know he's a backup in number one yet. But you have a choice between Carter Hart for the Flyers, Spencer Knight for the Panthers, and Jesper Wallstedt for the Team Sweden. And you have to take one of the three. And we know Jesper is with Minnesota, right? So he's coming in the NHL. So here we go. Hi, Kelly. Dixon said use. Salut, Nicolas. And Alexis said Carter Hart. Adam said Wallstedt. I like that. I like that. Knight. Carter Hart. And 951, yes, he's going with Wallstedt. Michael said Spencer Knight. Legault a annoncé que les sports seront suspendus pour un moment. Oh my God. Spencer Knight, you in a tap. You're going to be on the clock. Kelly said Carter Hart. And Danny said Carter Hart. See the Toronto people. They all stay together. Jose said Wallstedt. And you in a tap.
I'm going to go with Wallstedt as well. From everything I read, he's going to be a real great asset to the Minnesota team. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Question number 2 open. We have now Jack Hughes as a center and Jesper Wallstedt. Now, you need a coach, and I cannot be on the list, so I put 3 other coach. We have John Cooper, Daryl Sutter, and Barry Trotz. Trotz, Sutter, or John Cooper? I feel like it's 60-minute TV show.
I know, eh? On the hot seat. Oh.
You need only one coach for that team.
That's a good one.
951 said Cooper. Jose, I don't know, I call Jose sometimes, but Joseph said Trotz. Alexis said John Cooper. Kelly said Trotz. I have to go with Barry Trotz. Adam. Michael Robinson, Trotz. Ron is the only one with Sutter so far. Dixon said Cooper. Jose said Tortorella. Tortorella. Richard Molin said Jack Hughes. All right. Never too late. You are on the clock, mister.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Trotz as well, but what swayed me the other way was to go with Cooper was the fact that he's a proven commodity. He's come from pretty much nowhere. He's a very intelligent coach, and he's a winner. And so, to me, that's a winning formula.
All right. But now we need a defenseman.
Okay.
All right. So you have
Bring
the
it on.
choice between Chris Letang, John Carlson, or Drew Doughty.
I could answer right now.
The answer are not easy, by the way. You know what I mean? Like it's a good
This one is.
choice, right? Alexis said Carlson. Adam said Doughty. We have Letang. We have Carlson. We have Doughty. Doughty. Who's the younger?
Doesn't
Carlson.
matter. We're assuming they're prime.
Dixon said Carlson. Michael, man, tough. I go with Doughty. Doughty. Kelly said Morgan Riley.
Well, her team's going to be in last place. We know that.
Which one?
kidding,
You're
Kelly.
on the clock, Mr. ENORTAP.
Oh, no time to really think about this. It's Doughty all the way. He's accomplished so much in his career, and is one of the mainstays of even Team Canada when he plays. For sure, Doughty.
Zev, he said Alsner. But you need a veterans. Could be a captain or a veteran play already in the NHL. Need to be around Lafreniere and, the young goaltender you have. And you have a choice between Ryan Kesslav, Joe Pavelski, or Doug Brown, captain for the Los Angeles Kings. You are on the clock. Kelly said Pavelski. Alexis said Dustin Brown. Well, we have a couple of Brown.
Yeah,
Pavelski. Two Pavelski. Dixon go with Geslav. Ron go with Joe Pavelski. Wow, Joe. Ron Kings do not go with Doug Brown. Men tough Brown, Michael. Michael like the tough men's players. Brown step up more. Why? I'm impressed. You are on the clock, Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah, I'm going with Pavelski all the way. I think as much as Brown is great come playoff time, sometimes his seasons aren't reflective of that. It's just when he decides to wake up. But Pavelski's there, playoffs and regular season. He's a leader. He leads by example.
We have two Kesslav, a few Pavelski, but Doug Brown win that one over there. But now you need to build your center, and you need an amazing, great players. So you have a choice: Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and finally, Austin Matthews.
Oh boy, here we go. Line them up. Here we go. All the comments.
We can wait to see the answer, Kelly. I think she's going with Connor McDavid. Alexi go with Austin Matthews. That's one. McDavid, Matthews, Jose. That's 2-1. Crosby because his toughness. Adam Matthews. The Blues step up now. The Blues get out right away. Back to back to back. McDavid here. That's 2. That's 3. McDavid. That's 4. No one knew Kelly choice. Still missing a couple of people. Joseph said McDavid. You are on the clock, Mr. ENORTAP.
Mr. McDavid, for sure. I'm going with that.
You're going with
Sorry, Kelly.
McDavid?
Yeah, sorry, Kelly.
Connor McDavid for just Kelly. Remember that one.
I don't want to throw gasoline on it, but I would have put Matthews third on that list.
Kelly is impressed. Wow, ENORTAP.
I disappointed her. Sorry.
But now we got a young goaltender ENORTAP. We need a veteran goaltender because you need to be solid in front of the net between pipes, and you have a choice: Patrick Roy, Martin Brodeur, Marc-André Fleury.
Gotcha.
Danny said ENORTAP drunk.
Yeah, he's been saying that for
And
a few days.
Richard Mullen, he said Doug Brown. Richard is about one question behind us. I don't know because of the internet. He's answered all the questions, but who was the goalie? It was Roy, Fleury, or Brodeur. We have one Brodeur, one Fleury, 2 Fleury, 3 Fleury, 1 Roy, 1 Brodeur, 2 Brodeur. The center was McDavid. We have, I have to put him, Roy, Brodeur, Roy, Brodeur. All the goalie from Russia.
With Russia?
Yamo announced Patrick guys out indefinitely.
successful wrist surgery. Did that happen last night, Yermo?
Wow. I don't know, Adam,
Must
if you
have.
know that. Jose Talbot. You're on the clock.
Oh, well, let's see. Who has the most Stanley Cups out of those three? It has to be Patrick Roy. That's the
Yeah,
man I'm
you have
going
3.
with. The money. No, I think he might have 4. No? 3 or 4.
I think I have one more over Brother, I believe.
Yeah. I got to go with the money goalie, Patrick Roy.
All right. But now you need an European players, but it could be at any position. So I give you Timmy Selani. I give you a defenseman, Nicholas Langstrom. And I'm going to go with
Langstrom.
Alex Ovechkin. You are on the clock.
One more time, the 3 choices, Coach.
Selani, Ovechkin, or the defenseman, Nicholas Langstrom.
Ooh. Now that's hard.
Salut, Gabriel Richard. Michael Robinson, go with Ovechkin. Kelly, go with Ovechkin. Yamo, you have to go with Selani. Yes. Selani 2. Wow. Selani 3. Joseph. Selani 4. Selani 5. Selani 6. Ovechkin 3. ENORTAP, you are on the clock.
Man, this is the toughest question yet, Coach. I would put all 3 of them on my team if I could. You know what? I'm gonna go off the page here, and I'm gonna go with Lidstrom. I would love to have him on defense and as my leader out there, and what he's accomplished and how he's changed the game. It's been a staple in that Detroit organization, and it's what brought them the cups that they've had.
Yep. 7 winner of the Norris Trophy.
Yeah.
I will go with defenseman, hard to find, and then I would make a trade maybe to get Ovechkin after that. Now we have 2 more questions, guys. We're going to get there. Now, question number 9. Draft 2022, draft 2023. You have a choice between Connor Bedard, Mikhail Michkov, and Shane Wright. Which one you pick? You're on the clock. Bedard, Michkov, Wright.
This one's easy.
I've give you a good so far. Oh, Peter in the house. Thank you so much, Peter. Danny said Bedard. That's 1. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. 2 Bedard. 3 Bedard. 4 Bedard. 2 Wright. 5 Bedard. 6 Bedard. 6-2. Michael Robinson, I don't know, but I go with Wright. 6-3.
That's wrong.
And ENORTAP, you're on the clock.
Well, I'm going with the popular answer out there. It's Bedard for sure for me.
You go with Connor Bedard.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations. And the last one, you need a general manager. You have an old one and 2-1 doing well. So, but the
Michael
old
Robinson.
one did very well in the past. Jim Rutherford, winner of the 3 Stanley Cup. And the 2 other players as the manager, not as the players. Joe Sakic or Steve Yzerman. Richard said Ovi. Thank you, Richard. Peter said wrong answer and not tap. Finally, same page. Danny. That's the last question, guys, before we go to prediction. We'll see. Jose said Sakic. Yzerman 1-1. Sakic 2-1. Peter. Yzerman 2-2. Sakic 3-2. 3-3, 4-3 Eiserman, 3-5-3 Eiserman, 6-3 Eiserman, 7-3 Eiserman, IIFHF Blake Wheeler. And Mr. ENORTAP.
I'm going with the guy that's building a great team in Detroit right now. Eiserman all the way.
Which one?
Eiserman. Stevie Eiserman. You know, Coach, you didn't give us your answers to all of these, eh?
What? The next time you ask question, I will give you answer.
I thought you were going to make a video out of it, maybe.
Great. You know, another game where we play, and I think that's great. People participate. We thank each one of you. The Canada coach is the smartest. LOL. Yes, sir, Mr. Peter. So thanks, everybody, to participate to the contest. We have to move on to the prediction of the evening. Matthews or McDavid, coach? McDavid, Kelly, unfortunately. I have to go with McDavid. The speed, everything like that. Richard Monin said better. Devante Smith-Pelly for MVP, Mr.
Coach,
Blake. Welcome aboard, Mr. Blake. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be great.
Coach, I think you just lost the subscription.
I'm sorry again?
I think you just lost the subscription. It must be Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly. Yes, Kelly. Because as a center, you need speed. If I was Matthews, for me, I would put him as a winger. But that's another story. I can talk to you a little bit longer. I think Aston Matthews will be better as a winger. But that's just me. Let's move on for the prediction of the night. Finally, someone talk about Fantilli. Nobody talk about Fantilli. Fantilli picked up a lot of good stock market. Blake, I would go to Michkov. But he's still too young. Both of them are young, Blake. But great to hear from you. You said Fantilli, because that's the one we have to wait for 2023. Big guys, going to be the same route of the Owen Power. Canada he already got a scholarship with Michigan. That's somewhere you have to get to do that about that. Adam said, Coach, with Patch out now, we don't have to make a trade to make room for Eichel because Patch is on it. Here we go. Adam said that. Another private message on your cell.
The Tampa rule.
Coach, can we have mentioned you, Danny? Carolina will beat Montreal. Kelly Anderson is out tonight, Kelly. Eiserman for Richard. Like we do at the beginning of this, Robert will be quick about this. Because we do the every time the goaltender. And who is the goaltender, everybody? I agree with you, Gabriel, about Anderson is not there. Charval will go third overall in the initial draft at 233 flipper. Bernier, Brada, Corey Schneider, Chico Resch. Sorry, it's Schneider. Yamush, I don't know. ENORTAP, try to save everybody.
I can't. I thought it was Schneider too, but no.
Eddie Lack. The answer is Eddie Lack.
Eddie Lack, yes, okay.
That's a great Joseph, Sir Chris Terrari. Eddie Lack. Goaltender number 2. Blake Selak. Yeah, you got it, Blake. Goaltender number 2. We have 3 today. Luongo. Ryan Miller. Eddie Howe was the zombie driver. Michael Martin, Bishop, Miller. Charlie Hodge, Miller. And on top, the savior.
I think he played in LA as well, if I'm not mistaken.
And then so is what?
Is it La Barbara?
Jason LaBarbera is the answer on that one over there. Congratulations. Miller. And the last one, guys, is, and good luck. From the Flyers, X-Star. Emery. Van Brisbrook, X-Star. Mike McKenna. Wow, Mike McKenna. Roman. Perrin was number 1, Landberg. Whitmore. Martin Borin. Martin Borin. Snyder, McLean, Biron, Brian Elliott, Mr. ENORTAP, the silver.
I thought it was Van Beesbrook as well, but I don't think it is.
We have one guy that I didn't want to tell it right away to give a chance to ENORTAP, but one did it. Unbelievable. Ross Stubbenton, get it. Antero Nitti Maki.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wow. Ross, impressive, buddy.
That's pretty good. That was a tough one.
It's time for the your prediction of the night. 7 game on the program. ENORTAP is going to take the lead at that moment. I'm going to take your prediction about each one of one, and we go from there. So if you want to give me your prediction, everybody, that'd be good. We try to go game by game. I understand some of you maybe have to go for any reason, maybe dinner, whatever it is. If it's happening, guys, put all your game and one pose together. So the 7 game together, and I'm going to save it. As I find out I can do that. So I don't know how, but I did it now. So if you want to give me the 7 game, don't give me 3, 4 to 7. It's all 7 together. You can put the winner, Philadelphia 4-1, Washington 3-2, and I would go that way. But you have to put your 7 together. If not, I cannot save it. So the only problem we have. If you have to go. If not, we go 1 game at a time. Only 1 game at a time. That's the only rules. Congratulations for the people at 4-2 last night. And let's start, Mr. ENORTAP.
Well, the Hurricanes have had a 2-week layoff as they head into tonight's game against the Montreal Canadiens. And we were talking earlier just about the effects that this could have on the team. However, we do know that Carolina is very, very deep. And, you know, that obviously means a lot in comparison to what Montreal is dressing up for tonight. The Hurricanes have played just 2 games since December 2nd, winning both of them in fine fashion, actually. They didn't have any problems, even though they had numerous players out. The Canadiens were back in action on Tuesday, and they actually played a decent game with the lineup that they had. They fell 5-4 to Tampa in that game, in overtime as well. So it wasn't bad. They kind of, defeated themselves with the mistakes that they were making, and you can't give those kind of chances to Tampa Bay. Most of the sidelined Hurricanes have returned to the ice, though Frederick Anderson entered the protocol during the layoff as well. Things could be trending in the right direction for the Hurricanes, but for Montreal, it's going to be a tough go here. I'm going to take as realistic as I try to be. It always hurts to say, but I'm going to take Carolina to win this game, 5-1 over Montreal.
5-2.
Next, we have probably one of the games of the night for sure. Tampa Bay traveling to Florida, and Florida is pretty much healthy right now. The Panthers are also at home, even though they're on a back-to-back from last night's game, where they had to come from behind to defeat the Rangers. Being at home, they're also the leaders in the league with wins at home. They're 15-3-0 at home. It seems like the perfect time to play the two-time reigning Stanley Cup champions Tampa Bay here. We kind of said it earlier with Coach made reference to this. For Florida, this is the team that they have to, the dragon that they have to sort of slay, right? Them and Carolina, to be honest with you. But they have to show that they're the team in this state, right? Florida, you could see the rust in Barkov yesterday, but he's going to have a much better night. He's going to rebound very quickly. I think that the fact that Vasilevsky's not playing is definitely in Florida's favor. Knight is back in. I'm going to go with this game. I'm going to go Florida to win a close one, 4-3.
4-2.
Great. Okay, next we have Nashville, who played last night, traveling to Columbus after having their 7-game win streak snapped at the hands of the Washington Capitals last night, 5-3. They started off very slow. You can tell that, like I said, that they had been off for quite a while. They fell behind 3-0. They showed a lot of resilience in getting back into that game and had actually tied it. The Predators are winners of 8 of their last 10 games. So now they're in Columbus on their second game of a back-to-back. Columbus is 2-7-1 in their last 10 and will be playing for the first time since that 5-2 loss in Edmonton just before the break. So I expect to see the same kind of rust in Columbus that we've seen in almost all the other teams. Even though Nashville's on a back-to-back, I'm going to take them to win this game 4-3. And it looks like Riddick is starting for them. That's the only reason I keep it that close.
Happy New Year, Mr. Alan Barnes. Thanks to join us tonight. Predator 4-3. I have 4-3 too, Mr. ENORTAP.
Okay.
It's
So
just the wrong
next we
team.
have. All right. We have the Buffalo Sabres at 10-16-5 are traveling to the Long Island. 12-6 with Subban and I think Varlamov that might be playing. The Sabres are scheduled to complete their back-to-back tonight after yesterday's tough matchup. That saw a loss for them, unfortunately, at the hands of the Devils, 4-3. If the Sabres' performance Wednesday's any indication, the Islanders could sort of be in for an inconsistent return. Buffalo, which had 6 players, including Bryson, Cousins, Gergensons, Hinostra, Jankowski, and Skinner, all back. It made it a bit tough for them. I think here I'm looking at the fact that the Islanders were showing some signs of resurgence before the break. They looked like, they had gone, I think, 4 games in which they were 2-0-2, with the 2 games that they lost were in overtime. I think that the second half of the season, we're going to see if they can finally get healthy. We're going to see the Islanders finally start to emerge a little bit. It's a little bit too late right now, but um, I think they're going to have a victory tonight, 4-2 over the Buffalo Sabres.
It's a big game for them, Alan and Ottawa, because they cannot lose this game. If they want to try to come back, or they have a hope, or whatever they call it, right? They have to beat them.
Yeah. And next we have Philadelphia with Jones, who also played in net last night, and Philadelphia played a late game. So this is a back-to-back for them. The Sharks as well. Reimer's back in net for San Jose because of people on the COVID protocol that they have. The Flyers, they've gone 4-0-1 in their past 5 games, following that 0-8-2 rut that they were in before that. But I don't know. I think this 4-0-1 is a bit of a smokescreen for me. I still don't buy into the Flyers. I think just the fact that a couple of players like Giroux and JVR, who has scored 5 times during the last 6 games, has sort of been the difference in terms of why they've turned it around a little bit. But they're usually, especially JVR, they're usually very streaky, and I think that will come to an end as well tonight. The Sharks are 3-5-0 since winning 3 straight. They've allowed 30 goals in their past 7 games. But I still think they're at home. Philadelphia is on the back-to-back. So I'm going to take the Sharks tonight, 4-2. Okay, next we have Calgary at 15-7-6, traveling to Seattle, who's on a back-to-back as well. Seattle's currently at 10-17-3. The Flames are tonight playing after a 19-day delay. Think about that one for a second. They had 7 contests that were postponed during that interim time. So, after sweeping 2 games in Southern California at the start of the month, the Flames went winless in their next 4 before their season was postponed, as we mentioned, with I think it was close to 19 or 20 players that had tested positive. This will be the first meeting between Giordano, the longtime serving captain of the Calgary Flames, who's now on Seattle. He was with Calgary for 15 years. So I expect it to be an emotional game for Seattle as well, or at least for Giordano anyways. The Kraken yesterday, they had a 36-22 edge in shots in the game that they played. They ended up losing 3-2 in overtime to the Flyers. So they expended a lot of energy, and that's the reason why I think tonight maybe the Calgary will come out on top, 4-2, Coach. And last but not least, we have ex-Montrealer Halak traveling, and his Vancouver Canucks traveling to LA. The Kings posted a 3-2 victory over the Capitals on December 19th before seeing their next 3 games being postponed. When the Kings got back in, like their last game, they didn't look very good. They looked slow. A couple of their veteran players, you could tell that they just didn't have their feet. They weren't skating very effectively. They were very short shifts that they were on. Guys like Doughty himself didn't look particularly good. Also, Quick didn't have a great game. He was pulled in the second period after he had allowed 5 goals on 15 shots in that 6-3 decision. So, they're going to rebound. I'm sure that they've put this game behind them. On the other hand, the Vancouver Canucks are on a 7-game winning streak right now. They are starting, as you see there, Halak, which I think it worries me a little bit to some degree. It's not that he's bad, but he's definitely not as effective as Demko. So I'm going to take here, let me go with, the Canucks are a bit short-handed as well. Like they have, I think Brock Besser now is out, and even Philip Di Giuseppe tested positive, so they're without a defenseman as well. So I'm going to go with the Kings to win this one. It'll be a close match, but I think they'll win 3-2.
That's what I got for you, my friend.
We're pretty close.
Yep. Let's move on to the next one, where is a fantasy hockey we do at the end of the show. And the score right now, I picked it up a couple of points yesterday.
I've been very generous, and even today I left you a lot of open spots. I want you to catch up, Coach. I'm going to go with Carolina. I'm going to take goalie for Carolina. And on defense, I'm going to give the veterans the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go with Doughty and Hedman. And up forward, I'm going to go Kopitar, Mayer, and I'm not sure if I think I saw that Sebastian Aho might not be playing tonight. I'm not sure about that.
No, Aho is back.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep him.
Back off is because you did not like him last night, just because of that. Lingholm and Giroux.
Okay. And D'Angelo. I was going to take D'Angelo too, but didn't have space.
The Kings set 4-2 Jose.
Mangiapane's a good pick.
Mangiapane, that's a good one over there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I forgot about him.
Reimer. You took Reimer? I thought you hated Reimer, Kelly.
I know. Richard Mullen, you said you said the Caps 4-3, but I think you want to say the Canucks 4-3, I believe. I will give it to the Vancouver 4-3. Thank you so much. That gave us all the information. Thank you, Peter, for all your pick for tonight. And let's move on here. We are at the end of the show, Mr. ENORTAP. Any game you believe was something you're going to look at, you're going to pay attention tonight?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be that Florida-Tampa game. As I mentioned earlier, I think for Florida, it's such an important game because you have Tampa. First of all, you're at home. Secondly, I believe the 2 previous games they played, they split. The third, this is the dragon that they have to slay. I mean, until somebody puts down the champions, you're not going to go very far. So I leave it in the hands of the Cats to do that, and I think that they will. So, but I'm looking forward to a great game.
So we have a question for you. How many shots Carolina? Extra question from Yamo.
How many shots Carolina? Extra question. I'm not sure I understand the question. How many shots on net will they have?
Yeah.
Oh, they'll probably, I'd say they'll have about 42 shots on net. The better question would have been, how many points will Kotkaniemi get?
I said to you, 38 shots tonight.
38. And how about Kotkaniemi, Coach?
Peter said we'll get 35.
Will Kotkaniemi get any points, Coach?
I hope not, because I'm a threat of the Kotkaniemi on the Twitter where it's ugly. So no, I was so hot. I started to respond today for be sure I can calm down about that one over there.
You should have
As
hashtagged me.
when for 2 Peter, Exactly. Yamo Kakanemi. That's concluded, guys. Another great show. It's 6 o'clock. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for the live stream in our tap of the play-by-play Carolina. And, of course, we want to follow everything's going on around the league, honestly. But, look, before we leave, we want to remind you, everybody, don't forget, special edition of the warm-up show tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. With ENORTAP. No show tomorrow night because it's the 31st, and you have a game already afternoon. So take a note. We're going to do our prediction tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. But before we leave, we want to remind you.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Thank you so much, ENORTAP. And for the rest of you people, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to click on the like before you leave. And until then, we want to tell you 3 things. Be well, be healthy, and find a way to dominate your day. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, ENORTAP. Hi, RJ.
Good night.
Salut, Monica. Thank you, Peter. Happy New Year, Adam. Put the cookie down. Thank you, Sasha. Yamo, have a great time on the sauna. Luc Lapoisson, welcome aboard. Don't forget, guys, click on the likes. Have a good one, Kelly, Jose.